Good afternoon, everybody. We're in Swadlincote at the moment, Morrisley Park, and I've managed to collar two really good gentlemen that have actually been cycling for charity.
Well, recently we decided to take a fundraising event, which was to cycle from the most northerly point of Derbyshire to the most southerly point of Leicestershire.
Reason being, we were raising money for the Midlands, Derbyshire, Leicestershire and Rutland Air Ambulance, and this is the most northerly point and most southerly point that they cover in their area.
We did look at doing the circumference, but that was thousands of miles and a bit too much of an ask.
We only had a weekend to do it.
I'd have done it on my bike in the gymnasium. I don't think I'll be doing it outside.
So north to south, we thought would be something we could achieve in 2 days, and that was it was 130 miles. So we started just north of Glossop. Drove up the night before, where we decided to relax with a fish and chip supper and a few beers, just to calm us down.
As one does.
Carb loading.
And then from there we set off at just after 6 in the morning, cycled through the Peak District, at which point we realised it was quite hard going because it took us 2.5 hours to do the first 20 miles. Luckily from there we got going a bit. Once we got past Buxton, and heading down into Ashbourne, we got the next 20 done in just over an hour. So it through the course of the day it balanced itself out. So
how did you feel?
I called myself Captain Morale, really, because these guys knew that whenever I was singing it was a nice easy trek, but they do call it the Peak District for a reason, and the road leading into Buxton was absolutely horrible, and when I didn't speak for about 20 minutes I think everyone knew I was slightly upset. A constant uphill, just horrible.
All the way into Buxton.
Yeah.
So day one we did Glossop. We ended up finishing in Swadlincote, where we then stayed in the youth hostel overnight again, and day two we then carried on down to the most southerly point of Leicestershire, which was the town of Market Harborough. But luckily day two was a lot flatter and a lot quicker.
So how much did you raise?
Well, all in all we're donating £4,200 to the Midlands Air Ambulance, which is enough, I believe, for 3 flights, 3 takeoffs, or 3 return flights for wherever they have to go to.
So yes, we raised, for the actual mission itself, for doing our cycle, we raised half of that amount. And then the Christmas collections we do with the Rudolph, last year's collections was still sat in our charitable account, and that has now, we've topped it up to pay the other half, to raise money for 3 flights for the air ambulance.
So it's not just the cycle ride, it's been your members have really gone out there in the streets and done collections.
Well, it's the people of Swadlincote we have to thank. When we go around with Rudolph at Christmas, these are the people that put money in the tins. If they didn't do it, we wouldn't have the money to donate.
But hopefully it's nice for them to realise that their money is going to a worthwhile cause.
So how are you going to get this money to the air ambulance?
Well, on Saturday morning, the 5 cyclists and the 2 support crew that came with us, we're off to present the cheque of £4,200 to the air ambulance at East Midlands Airport.
Good. And are you going?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, luckily it's a Saturday where we can all go away, fit it round work, and we can all go up there and have a look round.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, I think it's quite a feat, and again, it is another Swadlincote activity that's gone on. People are really generous.
Yeah.
They really are generous, and they're a warm community. So I think it's very creditable that your organisation and yourselves and all your support and the other riders that went with you, who knows, might need it myself one day, or no, I'd never do. It's like an insurance, isn't it?
No,
exactly.
Absolutely.
But we'd rather fund it and make sure it's there, that if we do ever need it, and it's a cause that anybody could need. So that's why we chose that one. But as Swadlincote Round Table, each year we pick a charity. We come up with some mad way of raising money for it. We've done a 3 Peaks challenge in less than 24 hours. We've done
charity car challenge.
Buy a car for less than £200, and then we had to race it from time trial it
within speed limits
from Swadlincote up to Edinburgh, down to London, and across to Cardiff and back in a car less than £200. And again, we raised a lot of money that we can put to good causes. The only thing we try and do is make sure those charities stay in South Derbyshire, and particularly Swadlincote.
Well, one you should try is the gel brake. I've never tried it myself, but I'd like to. So if ever you come up with that idea, I'd like to have a go at that.
Right,
a gel
okay.
brake, you know.
You can be the guinea pig. You can test it.
Guys, congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, and thank you for talking to Burton TV News this afternoon.
Not a
Thanks,
problem.
Matt.
Thank you very much indeed.